When serial killers are caught, it's almost expected that their lives will end. However, some manage to escape the death penalty and are still breathing within the confines of prison walls. Dennis Rader, BTK. Dennis Rader is a serial killer known as BTK, which stands for Bind, Torture, Kill, a title he gave himself. He killed 10 people in Kansas and sent taunting letters to police and newspapers describing the details of his crimes. BTK was convicted in 2005 and is currently serving 10 life terms at the El Dorado Correctional Facility. David Berkowitz, son of Sam. David Berkowitz is one of the most renowned modern-day serial killers. He is also known as the son of Sam. David murdered 6 people and wounded 7 others by July 1977. He eluded authorities and went to write letters that mocked the police. On August 10, 1977, David was eventually apprehended. He is serving a life sentence at Shawangunk Correctional Facility. Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. This 74-year-old serial killer mainly murdered sex workers. Gary got his Green River Killer alias because his first victims were found in the Green River. By the time he was arrested, he had murdered about 80 people. Gary was sentenced to 48 life sentences with no parole and being held at Washington State Penitentiary. When serial killers are caught, it's almost expected that their lives will end. Some, however, manage to escape the death penalty and are still breathing within the confines of prison walls. Ed Kemper, the co-ed killer. Edmund Kemper murdered 10 people, including his own mother and her best friend. Years earlier, at the age of 15, he even murdered his grandparents. Kemper was nicknamed the co-ed killer, as most of his victims were female college students. His murders included necrophilia and dismemberment. He is currently serving 8 life sentences in the California Medical Facility. Charles Cullen. Charles was a nurse who murdered dozens, possibly hundreds of patients during a 16-year career, until being arrested in 2003. He confessed to as many as 40 murders, of which 29 have been confirmed. Researchers involved in the case believe Charles may have murdered up to 400 people. He was given 11 life sentences, which he is currently serving at high-security New Jersey State Prison. Rose West. Rosemary West is a serial killer convicted of killing about 10 women. She committed most of these crimes with her husband, Fred West. One of her victims was her 8-year-old stepdaughter, Charmaine. They was arrested in 1994, and while awaiting trial, Fred took his life. Rose is among the most notorious female serial killers still alive, serving life imprisonment at HM Prison Newhall in West Yorkshire.